Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a quick little review of Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 5. I understand I'm a little late on the bandwagon to review this show of Season 2, so I'm going to kind of just go over what's happened this season so far with the first 4 episodes, and then I'll kind of run down what happened in Season 5, give a review on that episode, and then the season overall. So, before I actually get into the review, I'm going to warn everyone watching spoilers for Peacemaker Season 2. Just all of Season 2. If you haven't seen Season 1 or Season 2 up to Episode 5, then just leave if you don't want spoilers. So far this season, before Episode 5, I'm just going to go down by each main character and kind of give a quick recap of what's happened with them, what they're going through, etc., what's going on with them. So first, John Economos. He is working for Argus, which is like a secret agency, basically. It's kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D. for DC. So he's working with Rick Flag Sr. and some other characters, including Judo Master, to hunt down Peacemaker because he's been using a portal to get to other dimensions and get to basically his armory. So he inherited his dad's portal thing with all the Peacemaker helmets, and he basically finds out that he can hop dimensions. So Economos is working for Argus. He's a little hesitant on it. He hasn't quite fully betrayed Peacemaker as of now. So he's just kind of staying at Argus for the necessity of keeping a job, but he doesn't really like that they're kind of trying to hunt down his friend Peacemaker. And then Harcourt is out of a job. She can't get hired, but eventually Rick Flag Sr., who's a major character in this, hires her at Argus to help in order for Harcourt to help him track down Peacemaker. So that's where she is so far. At a bio, she's basically out of a job. We see that her and her girlfriend are kind of split up, so she's kind of going through a rough patch at the moment. But her job in this season kind of is to just be the heart of the team. She helps everyone. She keeps everyone together. And I really do like that they're doing that with her character because her empathy in the show is kind of her strength. And then for Adrian, I'm a little disappointed. I don't think he's bad in this show. It's just we've barely seen him as Vigilante. We've seen more Adrian, which sounds great because it's hey, we get to see more of a vulnerable side to his character, but they don't really do much up until towards the end of episode 5 with his character, which I'll get into a little bit. Basically, what they're doing is oh, he knows animals and it's funny, and that's about it. And I think it's an insult to Adrian's character to kind of shrink him down to just the comedic relief, like the DC Deadpool, which is an insult. I think you could be doing a lot more with his character. If he's not really feeling useful and he's kind of out of the vigilante costume more, you can kind of explore that, what am I without helping my friends, something like that. But yeah, like I said, not doing much with this character so far, unfortunately. And then the main man himself, Peacemaker, like I said earlier, he's been hopping dimensions. He found an Earth where his brother and his father are alive. He meets an alternate version of himself, and he kills the alternate version of himself, which is very symbolic because now he has killed his father, his brother, and himself from another dimension. So it really kind of all goes full circle there. But kills alternate dimension of... He kills the alternate dimension version of himself. And now he's kind of acting like he's the peacemaker of that dimension. So he's hopping between his world and this alternate dimension, trying to balance the two of them. All the while, him and Harcourt are kind of going through a rough patch because Peacemaker thinks that there's some romantic stuff there, but Harcourt does not. There's an incident on the boat that's not really explained. Even in episode 5, it's not really covered that much. But apparently she was drunk and something happened. I don't know. It's yet to be explained. But yeah, so Peacemaker's kind of struggling hey, I'm being hunted down in my own world. Harcourt hates me. My friends are betraying me. This world is looking better and better. Harcourt likes me in this world. Rick Flag doesn't hate me in this world. Rick Flag Jr. is alive in this world, but he's just kind of a putz. Yeah, so it just looks like it's a better dimension for him. So he's kind of going back to that dimension more and more and more, and sticking with his own dimension less and less and less. which brings us to episode 5. So episode 5 starts out with, episode 4 ended basically with Peacemaker deciding to go into this other world and to stay there, but he needs to make a decision, or he needs to make sure of something before he makes that decision. So basically he meets Harcourt. Harcourt texts him like a secret word. I forget what it is, but she's basically just like, yeah, that word just means don't come. It's going to be bad. He comes anyway. There's Rick Flag Sr. and all his gang, Judo Master, everyone, hunting him down, and he knows it, so he's kind of trying to avoid being targeted while talking to Harcourt. Basically, Harcourt crashes out on him and says that there's nothing between them, and so Peacemaker leaves, but he gets ambushed, and he's about to get shot, and then it's going to be a kill shot. It's going to kill him, but then Harcourt steps in, knocks him unconscious, and so he doesn't die. And they bring him in to Argus, capture him. They don't put him on any, like, I forget what it's called, like listing, or they don't mark him down or whatever, so that way Rick Flag Senior can kill him out of revenge. So basically he's taken to an interrogation room. Rick Flag Sr. starts beating him up. He wants to kill him, but then Economos lists him so that, law enforcement knows that he's in the book. So if he dies, they kind of know something went wrong here. So they release Peacemaker. Peacemaker flees. Judo Master follows them. So yeah, Economos and Adebayo and Adrian. Adrian and Adebayo are in a car. They flee away with Peacemaker. And Peacemaker basically decides, like, hey guys, just screw off. I need some alone time. And he is fleeing to another world. He's fleeing to the other dimension to stay there. So he does. And he leaves a note behind kind of addressing, like, hey, I love all you guys, but I'm leaving. It's better off. I have a terrible life here. I'm known as a killer. I'm a loser. No one likes me. I'm just leaving in this new world where everyone loves me. So it basically ends with Peacemaker in the alternate dimension with his brother and his father. And he takes Eagly with him, which is cool. And they're in this world. And that's where it ends off until next week. Insane cliffhanger. Adrian is like crying, and he has like a nice moment where Adebayo kind of comforts him. And that was a really nice scene. I was tearing up for sure during that part. But kind of my overall review of the season so far. Not enough episodes to compare it to season 1 quite yet. It's not really fair because season 1 has 8 episodes, I think. And then this season has 5 so far, and I'm guessing they're just going to put 8 in this season as well. But I wouldn't be against having more than 8. But so far, I think it really does have the potential to be better, a lot better than season 1. It does a lot more with Economos, Harcourt, Adebayo, and it somehow does more with Peacemaker than they did in the first season. So I think it's great so far. I really do recommend it. Peacemaker is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, like live action superhero thing. Like, it's just nuts. I love Peacemaker. It's great. It's got a lot of heart, character, drama. It's a great show. Really is. Now, what I think they're going to do for episode 6 onward, there's a lot of talk online on YouTube mainly that this alternate dimension that Peacemaker is in is going too well for him. There's no way it's actually all that great. And what people are thinking, which I agree, is that this alternate dimension is actually Earth X, which Earth X is basically if Germany won World War II, whole world's just kind of racist and segregated and all. And one of the main, arguments that it is Earth X is that everybody in Earth X that you see I'm going to look stupid and someone's just going to comment, oh, in this scene there was someone here. But everyone in Earth X is just white. Everyone. There's no minorities in this Earth, which is weird. We haven't seen a version of Adebayo, anyone. So it's just kind of weird that everything is going too well. So what I think is going to happen is there's just going to be a throwaway line by one of the characters that's just high-key racist or just insane, and then Peacemaker's just gonna be like, what the fuck? And he's just gonna unravel and find out, oh, this world's just kind of fucked up. And then it also ends with Adebayo and Adrian and the whole gang, Economos, Harcourt, planning on going into the dimension and rescuing him. So I think they're going to find out Earth X is evil. Peacemaker is going to have to face his inner demons and outer demons, which would be his brother and his father in this Earth, which would be super interesting if he had to fight his father again and he had to fight his brother again. That would do a lot of character work for Peacemaker this season. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, it's a really good show so far. Great plot. I love what it's doing. I didn't want to do too much for this review just because I think it's great the way it is, and I'm just kind of enjoying just taking it all in. Like when an episode comes out, I don't know what the hell is happening. Maybe I have some assumptions, but I don't know. So it's fun to just like not speculate and just, let the episodes play out. Let James Gunn cook. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review recap of Peacemaker Season 2. I am planning on doing a review for both Wednesday Season 2 and also Gen V Season 2. So I have the kind of write-up / script for the Gen V Season 2 video, and I'm kind of in the thought process stage of Wednesday Season 2, aka I'm still watching and finishing Season 2. And I also just got a Creepshow Season 1 DVD, so I am planning on reviewing that episode by episode on this channel. And I have fully filmed and partially edited a Goosebumps TV show episode tier list. So that one's going to take a while. It's like 50 minutes long, which is insane. So don't expect it anytime soon. Kind of expect the Wednesday Season 2 Creepshow and, what was the other one? Gen V season reviews. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see anything in particular. But for now, I'll see you later.